As you see, the mini Outlaw figure eights lined up and ready to go. Pretty impressive to see those cars here with us at Salem Speedway. Some of the drivers out there tonight, of course, the invert, I believe, was a 2 for the Mini Outlaws. Steve Vickers, overall fastest qualifier, going to line up outside of Victor Ryboat, the Indianapolis driver in the number 72. Also, Johnny Burge out there in the number 5 from Anderson. Matt Smith in the number 69 tonight. So another Outlaw figure 8 driver in the number 69. From Fairland, Indiana, Logan Theens in the Fortville, Indiana, number 38. Alex Phillips, the Anderson, number 96. Also out there, Cody Mason in 62 from Indianapolis, and Justin Mullis from Muncie, Indiana, 7X. So coming up next, as the Eddie Gilstrap Motors Pace vehicle parks down in front of the field, we'll get ready and set to go. 25 laps the distance, 50 times through the crossover here at Salem Speedway.
Girls with their nails done now.
All right, get ready for some mini Outlaw figure 8 action. If you've ever seen these guys are really cool. Of course, I love figure 8 racing, of course. But these guys based in Indianapolis at the Speedrome. It's where it all started at a couple years ago. Really taken off this year. The car count's really gone up, so it's good to see a good field make their way down here to Salem for our Halloween 200 weekend. So these cars will be going another 25-lap feature here. This will be our last event, I believe, on the short track before we get ready for the big spooky 200.
So here we go, green flag's out, and we are underway with Mini Outlaw figure 8 racing. I believe they changed the format there. I don't see a 2 invert. Looks like possibly a 7 invert is what I'm seeing with Steve Vickers back there in the number 7 spot. So I know they were kind of jockeying around with that a little bit. 2, 3, 4 full invert, but they've settled on a 7. But here we go, and here comes Steve Vickers, Hawk Carrot Adams.
Look at that, they're going 3 wide down the straightaway. Look out down there. We'll see if everybody survives it, and it looks like they do. We'll stay green here.
Mean and Green all led. Of course, there is Victor Ryboat. Now, Victor Ryboat has come close with some victories this year. Still trying to get in victory lane. Of course, last time out on the 27th, Victor finished second right behind Steve Vickers, number 69. So Victor Ryboat all over the back end of the number 38 of Logan Theens. We do apologize if that is the wrong pronunciation. We do apologize about that if it is, so we will go on with that. But Victor Ryboat all over the rear end of that number 38 car.
Yeah, no doubt. Victor Ryboat, a veteran of the sport. He's been around a lot of street stock racing, a lot of street stock figure 8 racing as well, too. And he is putting all kinds of pressure on that 38 now as we see him double up behind him. Here comes Jake Vickers, one of your stronger ones. Steve Vickers, sorry. Coming up in that 49, we've seen him be really strong lately in this division.
Every winning interview I have done this year, and there they go, problems with the 38. It has been Steve Vickers in that number 49 car. It's a tough break for Logan there in the number 38 as he's going to be off the pace. He'll take that car pit side. He'll be out of the way.
Yeah, good run there for the 38 there for a little while, but something really amiss there now out of the event. And so we're back up. We got a pretty good 2-car race right now going on up there. Well, we got a car stalled right there at the intersection. Look out down there. He's trying to get that thing going again. And there he goes. Looks like we're going to stay green.
Clean and green so far as the 38 is off the track as we go down to turn number 1 and 2. Still going to be Victor Ryboat, Steve Vickers, number 49. course, you mentioned Jake Vickers, his son, and I know he is very proud of what his dad has done with that number 49 this year. But Steve Vickers, he's in that number 2 spot. Victor Rybold, it seemed to be the story, Harold Adams. All year long, it's been Victor and Steve battling for the number 1 spot back and forth.
Yeah, they've been really the meat of the division, if you will, really turning it up a notch when these guys, and you can see right there, and now they're coming up on the lap car of the 7. He gets out of the way just in time, and they get by cleanly.
Already 7. Now, basically, these are legend car specs just on a figure 8 and a mini Outlaw body. Basically, they are making quick lap times around here. Already 8 laps up on the board of the 25 scheduled. And here comes Steve Vickers. Backs off a little bit, but you can tell Steve has the faster car at this moment.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's putting a lot of pressure on. He tried to make that move right there, didn't get it. Victor Rybold, as strong as he is, now he pulled back away again, so Vickers is going to have to reel him back in. Still plenty of time, though. 9 laps on the board.
So here's your battle over in turn number 3 and 4. And off of turn number 4, still going to be Victor Rybold. 10 laps on the board, 15-lap shootout. Now, if you're the leaders, you're going to have to watch out for that pack coming through the crossover right now. And that's the number 5, led by Johnny Burge, the Anderson, Indiana driver, who has got company. Oh, and Matt Smith gets off the track just a hair. And oh, the 5 of the Anderson, ramps it. How about that for off-roading?
Yeah, he took a lot of air on that one. Now he's losing it all over the place, trying to gather that thing in. He's getting it going again. Looks like he's going to get back on the track way over there, maybe. And I guess we're going to stay green again.
Anderson, Indiana fashion, I tell you that right now, as it's all the 2 cars leading the fray off turn 4, Victor Rybold and Steve Vickers.
But as you said earlier, of course, they're coming up on that pack there at the intersection. Could get pretty tricky here in the next lap or 2. We'll see who wants to give or take.
Little crossover action as they work their way over. Matt Smith there works his way onto turns 1 and 2. But still, your leaders are over in turns 3 and 4. Victor Rybold, Steve Vickers. Now slower traffic right in front. Here comes Steve Vickers. Now they split the difference. Now they go into turns 1 and 2. He has the inside advantage. Steve Vickers is going to be your new leader.
A really good move there by Steve Vickers, being very patient with those 2 cars right there in front of him. Made the right move, made the pass. And there he is, your new leader.
There we go. I've talked about it every time I've interviewed a driver. It's been Steve Vickers this year. Could tonight be no different? Steve Vickers now. Victor Rybold goes in that number 2 spot. Cody Mason back there in the number 62, as well as crossover action taking place as the leaders split the difference to go through the intersection.
Yeah, Steve Vickers now just want to be smart through that intersection right now, but he knows the 72 is right there behind him, though, so he can't be slouching off any. Victor Rybold is right there ready to take advantage if anything happens.
What a move that was, and that was the right move here tonight. There you see also Jeffrey Themes out there in the number 9 machine. Beautiful orange, black, and white style wrap on that car, as Matt Smith also in the number 69 has that 3rd spot now. So Matt Smith works his way around trying to pull in the leaders, but pretty much checked out so far with your leaders right now. And look at the distance now that Steve Vickers is putting on Victor Rybold.
Yeah, and he's coming up on the 5 car there of Johnny Burge and having a little bit of trouble there, so he's having to back off. Victor Rybold now catching back up with him a little bit.
No doubt, and of course now slower traffic. Here we go. You just talked about it. All over the back, trying to get past as they're going to split the number 5, the Anderson, Indiana native of Johnny Burge.
Yeah, Johnny Burge putting on a show here, did a little 360 right there, keeps it going. He might have some damage or maybe a flat now. He's going to pull that thing off the surface, and looks like he's going to get in a good spot there. Hopefully we'll stay green.
And a newer driver to the Mini Outlaws, so he's just going to get out of the way and let these drivers handle it, having some fun out there tonight. We are just coming to 1 lap shy of just 5 laps to go. It'll be 19 laps on the Salem Speedway board next time by. There you see Steve Vickers and Victor Rybold right there at SalemSpeedway.tv. If you're at home, you get a good look at your leaders going into turns number 1.
As they get around the lap car of 7X Justin Mullis safely. But Victor Rybold still right there, not too far behind your leader there. He's keeping pace with Vickers.
Oh, no doubt. And he's coming around turn number 3 right now and 4. And 5 laps to go for your leaders. And that is one thing that you're going to have to watch. But here comes Victor Rybold trying to chase him back down.
Yeah, that 72 is not done yet. He's keeping the pressure on, not letting Vickers take a cruise the rest of the way. He's putting the heat on him there. So we'll see what happens there. They come around this time, complete lap 21.
21 laps now. Next time by, going to be 22 laps on the board. And again, you see the number 49 of the Norton Transport Machine pulling away from Victor Reibold's number 72. And it'll be 3 laps to go this time for Steve Vickers.
All right. 3 laps to go, as Will said. Steve Vickers now just needs to take it home these last 3 laps. He's putting a little bit of cushion out between him and the 72 Victor Reibold. Of course, back there in third, the 69 of Matt Smith, a regular in the regular Outlaw figure 8 division. Familiar number 87, he's in the 69 tonight. Matt Smith from Fairland, Indiana. 23 laps being shown on the board now. Steve Vickers come around. He's going to see the white flag this time, one more time around. They're going to come into some lap traffic, but it's going to be a little late on this, so I think Steve Vickers should be fine. Just has to navigate around turns 3 and 4 of the figure 8 course. And he's going to see that white flag turn into a checkered flag, and there it is. Checkered flag for the 49 of Steve Vickers. Coming home second, of course, in the 72, Victor Reibold. And now we got a car turned around there. Look out there. As they complete this final lap here, we'll continue it on. The checker flag is out, so they'll go ahead and continue this lap, finish it on out. And Will Greenwell working his way down there to the Red Ball Recycling Victory Square, and we'll have a word with Steve Vickers for these mini Outlaw figure 8s. So whenever you're ready, Will, you can take it over.
Thank you very much, Harold Adams, down here in Red Ball Recycling Victory Lane, getting ready and set. As I said, every Victory Lane interview, whether it was Indianapolis Speedrome during the World 3-Hour Championship or here at Salem on September 27th, or Sportstrom Speedway this year, Steve Vickers has parked it in Victory Lane of the Norton Transport Machine. Mini Outlaw figure 8, of course, Kevin Garrigus developed this division way back at the Indianapolis Speedrome. And tonight, they come to Salem Speedway, made their first debut appearance here at Salem Speedway on September the 27th. So just because of Mother Nature, we're just doing the top winners here tonight on the interview before we get ready for the Spooky 200 coming up next. As Steve Vickers is going to come down and pull into Red Ball Recycling Victory Lane. And there he is again in the beautiful number 49 Norton Truck and Trailer Repairs and Service Incorporated K&R Mechanical Equipment Repair Machine. A little bit of smoke from the power plant underneath of the hood. Like we talked about, a lot of legend specs on these Outlaw figure 8 mini cars. Taking a deep breath. And yet another win at Salem Speedway. Steve Vickers, your winner tonight. Let's give him a round of applause. Now, Steve, you and I, we've talked a lot. You should already know what we're going to talk about here. Now, this time, at least you don't have hot fluid all over your leg as you did on the 27th. But, man, what a great run here tonight. A lot more cars here tonight. But, man, congratulations from being back in Victory Lane at Salem Speedway.
Thanks, Will, and I love it when you're announcing. We all know that. That's our secret that story we got going on. But, man, thank you, Salem Speedway, for putting us on. We tried to get as many cars as we could. Some guys couldn't make it but wanted to come. We think if they put us on a schedule, it'll be more even for next year. And thanks to Kurt, thanks to Nick, you, staff, thank you very much. And I got to thank, of course, Jerica, the headlines of the series. She really works hard at it, too. And I don't know if you mentioned my sponsors, but Rick with K&R Medical Equipment and Victory Lane Auto Car and Truck, and man, I'm winded here. Norton Truck and Trailer Service, definitely. So this has been a magical year, and it looks like my camera's taking a picture of the sky, so we don't know how much of the race we're going to get off of that. But Victor probably was the guy to beat. I mean, I was doing everything I could. I'm telling you, my hands are cramping. That track will wear you out, man. But it's fun, super fast. Thanks for my A-Cree crew up there coming out and supporting me. Thanks, guys. And thanks to all the fans, and look forward to a great race tomorrow, weather permitting.
Yeah, you want to talk about that move real quick that got you past Victor Reibold there. We were talking about it. You were coming out of turn number 4, coming down. You had the slower cars in front. You kind of split the difference. A veteran move there, and you got to the lead. We were talking about Victor. He's going to get one of these very soon. He's tough. You and him have been battling all season long, but you got to give it to Victor Reibold.
Yeah, definitely. He won the dirt track race last week. I don't know if you knew that or not, but yeah, I think what it was there, Cody saw slower cars coming and moving out of the way. I'm pretty sure Cody probably didn't know Victor chose the outside. That was just bad luck on Victor's part. But yeah, he was doing what he had to do to win the race, protecting the bottom, and there's no way you can maintain momentum on the outside in one of these turns unless you got a superior handling car. And I mean, my car handles good, but not that good. So,
well, there he is yet again, another winner at Salem Speedway. Steve Vickers picks up the win. Harold Adams, I'll be up there shortly because we got a lot of work ahead of us as the Spooky 200 comes up next.